He was supposed to be his friend. In a world of fake fighting, he was the one person he thought was real. But then, one secret phone call didn't just end a friendship. It ruined the lives of thousands of wrestlers for the next 40 years. Today, we're exposing the craziest betrayal in wrestling history, the day Hulk Hogan sold out everyone. Back in the 80s, the WWF was huge. It was like the Super Bowl and a rock concert had a baby, and it was on TV every single week. And at the center of it all was the owner, Vince McMahon, and his biggest star ever, Hulk Hogan. Hogan was a literal superhero to millions of kids, and his best friend behind the scenes was this guy, Jesse the Body Ventura. On TV, they were enemies, but in real life, they were buddies. But here's the crazy part. While the WWF was making billions of dollars, the wrestlers were getting almost nothing. Imagine this. They were called independent contractors, which is a fancy way of saying they had zero benefits. No health insurance, no retirement, nothing. If they got hurt in the ring, which happened all the time, they didn't get paid. They were working over 300 days a year, paying for their own cars and hotels, and destroying their bodies. They were basically trapped, and Jesse Ventura was about to try to break them out. But Jesse Ventura was built different. He was a former Navy frogman and had been in movies, so he knew about unions and how actors got health insurance and retirement plans. And he looked at all his wrestler friends who were broke and injured and thought, "This is not fair." So he came up with a crazy plan. He wanted to start a wrestlers' union. The goal was simple: get the wrestlers basic stuff like health insurance. And he had the perfect time to do it, right before WrestleMania 2, the biggest show of the year. If every wrestler refused to wrestle, Vince McMahon would have to give them what they wanted. You can't have WrestleMania with no wrestlers. Some guys were totally in, but other guys were terrified. If they got caught, their careers would be over. The stakes were insane. This entire plan had to be a complete secret. So, right before the biggest show of the year, Jesse gets all the wrestlers together in the locker room and tells them the plan. He literally stood on a bench and said that if they all stuck together, Vince couldn't do anything to stop them. For the first time ever, the wrestlers realized they had the power. But then, everyone started saying the same thing. We need Hogan. See, Hogan was the biggest star in the world. If he joined them, it was a guaranteed win. If he didn't, the plan was dead. And Jesse was thinking, of course he'll help. He's my friend. He's the ultimate good guy. The entire future of wrestling depended on everyone in that room keeping their mouth shut. And Jesse put all his trust in his friend, Hulk Hogan. That was a huge mistake. And it all came crashing down instantly. Just a little while later, Jesse gets a phone call. It's Vince McMahon, and he is screaming. Vince knew everything. He threatened to fire Jesse on the spot if he ever said the word union again. Jesse was in shock. Someone in that room snitched. The union was dead. For years, nobody knew who betrayed them. And then the truth came out in the most insane way possible. Years later, Jesse was suing the company for something else entirely, and his lawyer asked Vince McMahon under oath how he found out about the union plan. And Vince said 2 words: Hulk Hogan. Can you imagine hearing that? Your best friend, the biggest hero in wrestling, was the one who secretly sold you out. It was Hulk Hogan, the whole time. Okay, this is insane, and the story only gets crazier from here. What Hogan did next is unbelievable. If you're enjoying this, smash that subscribe button right now, because we're dropping crazy videos like this all the time. So finding out his best friend betrayed him completely destroyed Jesse. But the biggest question is, why did Hogan do it? It all comes down to one thing: money. Hulk Hogan was making more money than every single other wrestler combined. A union meant everyone would get paid more fairly, which would have ruined his special multi-million-dollar deal with Vince. So to protect his millions, he made that secret phone call. Their friendship? Gone. They literally never spoke again. After that, Jesse was basically forced out of the WWF, but he went on to become a huge movie star in Predator and even became the governor of Minnesota, which is insane. He proved he couldn't be bought, but for every other wrestler, this was just the beginning of a nightmare. That one phone call from Hogan basically screwed over wrestlers for the next 40 years. Because the union was dead, Vince McMahon could keep the independent contractor system forever. And the message to all the other wrestlers was simple: if you try this again, you're fired. For the next 4 decades, wrestlers in America's biggest companies had no health insurance. They got seriously hurt and had no way to pay for it. So many wrestlers died young or ended up broke with ruined bodies, and you can draw a direct line from those tragedies right back to Hogan's phone call. The system that Hogan saved by betraying his friends encouraged wrestlers to work hurt, leading them to rely on painkillers. He didn't just stop a union, he helped create a system that hurt thousands of people for decades. So in the end, it's pretty crazy. The guy who played the bad guy on TV, Jesse Ventura, was actually the hero trying to help everyone. And the guy who played the ultimate hero, Hulk Hogan, was the one who secretly betrayed all his friends to get richer. That one phone call changed wrestling history forever, and not for the better. It solidified a system that put money over people. It makes you wonder, how many wrestlers' lives would have been different, or even saved, if Hulk Hogan had just done the right thing? We'll never know. But it's still one of wrestling's darkest secrets. What do you guys think? Was Hogan just protecting his money, or was he in the right? Let me know in the comments right now. And don't forget to subscribe for more crazy stories you won't believe. Thanks for watching.